Welcome back to Blood, Sweat, and Tears Pro Wrestling. Bloodthirsty Bob Kapoor and myself, Dave Blizzard, sitting ringside calling the action. And a great show so far.
And is it the ladies?
No, not yet, Bob. You need to calm down. We'll get to that soon enough.
They'll be here, right?
Absolutely. On this episode of BSE Pro Wrestling, you will see the ladies in action.
Well, speaking of ladies, look at the Ardo Cal in the ring calling this. And who's
one of your pals?
Yeah, not my pal, my homie, Dave. Anton Arakis from the mean streets here in BSE. I hear he only gets out on weekend passes nowadays.
Here he is once again.
His PO's got the monitor on the ankle. He knows where he is at all times.
Anton Arakis went to a private school. Anton Arakis is a college-educated man, a university perhaps. He's got a degree. He's not a thug.
Why you frontin', man? Anton's from the streets, bro.
Well, his tag team partner, I've seen this guy go at it in bars. I've seen him go all over the place. This is a man who will knock you out. And Anton Arakis better be careful because Jake O'Reilly has a history of knocking out his tag team partners. And the Irish fighting machine just might have his way with Anton Arakis if things don't go well against their tag team partners. And I have a feeling they're not going to go as these two men planned.
Well, they are taking on, as you say, the greatest tag team in BSE, the champions, the Suicide Kids.
Let's be honest, the belts are around their waist. How can they not be the best?
Well, as I said, temporarily, maybe they got a bunch of tag teams going after them, not the least of which is Tyson Dukes and Tornado, TNT, and an explosive situation. You know that's going to happen at some point in the future. In the meantime, though, they got their hands full with Jake O'Reilly and Anton Arakis, the gangsta, here in BSE, and, well, I can't understand what the crowd sees in these two.
High flying, flashy. The Suicide Kids, phenomenal athletes, and they are the tag team champions. They won the BSE Premier Tag Team Tournament to win those straps that they hold so tightly and so proudly in their hands.
And you can see Anton, man. He wants to take some of that home. He wants some bling to show, back his homies, his posse, if you will.
Well, hang on now. Suicide Kids didn't see that one coming.
Well, that's the street smarts of Anton Arakis and, really the bar fighting instincts of Jake O'Reilly, too.
You know what? This actually might be a pretty good tag team, and look at this. The Kids now not expecting that, but right back to the feet. Stereo Hurricane Ranas, down go O'Reilly and Arakis. And maybe these two might get along after all.
Ooh, the Suicide Kids, I thought they're best friends.
No, I'm talking about Anton Arakis and Jake O'Reilly.
Well, meantime, the Suicide Kids again. Are these going to go springboarding over the top rope? Oh, no.
No, he was just stretching. The guys from the other side.
Well, I don't know. These guys are always flying around the ring. They're always doing some moves, flying all over, bodies going everywhere. But they got to, if Anton Arakis and Jake O'Reilly, they can't let the Suicide Kids wrestle their type of match. They got to take it down slow, methodical, street style.
Hang on now. Arakis seems to be frazzled.
I think you mean
who's this coming?
Frazzled. Here. What's going on?
Ringside. TNT has made it. What business do they have out here right now?
What do you mean what business? We're talking about how they got a feud, long-standing feud with the Suicide Kids. They're just scouting out their opponents, Dave.
Well, they have no business to do this by the ringside area. They can sit there and watch the monitors in the back. There's no reason for them to be out ringside right now. I don't like this for the Suicide Kids. I don't like it at all.
You're the one talking about fans getting a chance to interact up close and personal. And well, there you go. There's Tyson Dukes and Tornado taking things out in personal, shaking hands and watching the match just like everyone else. And
I guess they're having a seat in the studio audience. They just kicked a couple of kids out of the seats.
In the meantime, though, I don't know what's going on. The Suicide Kids are taking advantage here of the situation, somehow overlooking TNT in the audience and taking it to Anton Arakis.
Cody 45 now takes Arakis. A reversal now. Springboard drop kick down to the mat goes Arakis. Cody 45 with a cover now. Manages a 2 count. As O'Reilly was ready to plant the boot to the side of the head of Cody 45, who just moved out of the way at the nick of time. A big snapmare and a tag to Extremo. Big, beautiful move now. Look at the elevation. Look at the speed. Extremo always impressed with the abilities of Extremo, but a thumb to the eye.
I see his body contort and spin around like that. That's crazy. And, well, now he's in the wrong end of town, though, isn't he? He's in the streets. He's in the hood, and he's getting beaten for it. And, yeah, you tell him, Jake.
Jake O'Reilly eats a chop from Extremo as TNT looks on from the studio audience. Really have no business out here, and I'd like to see them taken to the back. This doesn't look good for the Suicide Kids. Extremo now, springboard, beautiful move. You got to stop these guys, and they're quicker than hiccups, so good luck to you. Jake O'Reilly takes a boot to the midsection now. Extremo with those educated feet.
Well, and he got caught. What the?
Lands to his feet. Look at this. Extremo now, tilt-a-whirl, head scissor, down goes O'Reilly.
Well, and Jake O'Reilly's normally dizzy from drinking, not from getting bashed on his head by a spinning hurricanrana. Wow, he's getting rocked and rolled here.
Stereo punches from the Suicide Kids. And Cody now 1, 2. And a kick out from O'Reilly. He's looking to get back up to his feet. He looks punch drunk at this point.
You want to talk about punches? I mean, maybe Jake said to go back to what brought him to the dance.
Oh.
And, wow, a nice vicious clothesline. That's exactly what it does. Slows down the Suicide Kids.
Well, it took Anton Arakis with a little bit of interference from the outside.
What are you talking about? I didn't see anything.
No, of course you didn't. Rose-colored glasses that you wear. And O'Reilly points over to TNT, looking to impress Tornado and Tyson Dukes, who are sitting there in the front row, taking in the action. What do you think they're getting? You know what they're doing out there, don't you? Getting into the mind of the Suicide Kids. These guys have battled each other long enough that they know each other's playbook inside and out. They're out there right now to get into the minds of the Suicide Kids.
What are you talking about, Dave? They're out here, as you said, shaking hands, signing autographs, interacting with the fans, and watching the Suicide Kids take a beating right now. Wow, look at that. In the wrong end of town is Cody 45.
Well, TNT kicked a couple of kids out of their seats in order to get a quote-unquote closer look as Arakis with another 2 count. You know, I don't think they're signing autographs, doing anything special for the fans. Arakis with a back rake. Cody 45, not in a good place at all. Drags him back into the center of the ring and a big elbow drop.
Well, you can't go into the south side and expect to survive against Anton Arakis. That's his home, yo.
I believe that's the east end of the ring, but we'll leave it at that. The cover now from O'Reilly, 2. You'll do anything to put over the street cred of Anton Arakis, won't you?
I don't need to say anything to put him over. Man, the guy's a walking crime sheet. He's a walking rap sheet. He's a thug. He's a criminal, Dave. Why can't you accept that? Society has branded him a criminal. Really, he's a victim.
Victim of circumstance, huh?
Well, he's making a victim right now of Cody 45 with a nice wrenching on his neck, sticking that knee in the back of Cody 45, and that'll ground the Suicide Kids, that's for sure.
Look, crowd so loud and so behind the Suicide Kids at this point now. Elbows to the midsection. Cody looking to get back up to his feet, and he does so. Rolls over the top of Arakis. Beautiful move.
Well, Arakis got jacked right there, and look at him trying to use that arm, just the momentum, roll him over and make that tag to Jake O'Reilly, because Anton is in a bad way right now. And Cody 45, well, frankly, he is too.
Cody back up to his feet, makes that tag to Extremo, and in comes O'Reilly. Ducks a clothesline. Extremo, again, those educated feet against those educated fists. We'll see who comes out on top in a big standing drop kick from Extremo. Duck underneath now, grabs the, and again those feet. Look at that, beautiful kick to the back of the head. Down goes O'Reilly. Extremo now, look at this beautiful step up DDT, and there's a cover, hooks the leg, 1, 2. Anton Arakis breaks up the 3 count.
He just spiked Jake O'Reilly. Look at see Jake O'Reilly just throwing fists in the air. He's punch drunk. He's goofy right now. I can't believe it.
Tornado yelling instructions from the outside. I wouldn't listen to anything that guy has to say. And Cody 45 now the legal man. Referee better get control of this thing. Beautiful double team move, and down goes Arakis. And hey, get him off the apron. You see, this is the problem. I knew this was going to happen. And now Jake O'Reilly holding on as Tyson Dukes makes his way in. Oh! Knocks him out.
Dukes just
Dukes takes a drop kick. Extremo ducked out of the way, and Cody with a cover. 1, 2, 3. This thing is over.
I don't believe it. The Suicide Kids just beat Anton Arakis and Jake O'Reilly. Give the assist to Tyson Dukes.
Well, hang on a second now. TNT in there on the Suicide Kids. Somebody ring the bell. Come on, we got to get some order in here.